What's up guys, welcome to the new video. As you can see, I'm in the car right now and tonight I'm going to drive to Leiderdorp to Tim. That's a ride of 50 minutes, but by the magic of movies we will be there after the intro. Finally, here we are in Leiderdorp and Tim lives just across the street. Hey Tim, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Firstly, congratulations, you are
Thank
graduated. This year, guys, geslaagd is Dutch for graduated.
With honor.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we're walking up the stairs now to
Welcome
Tim's
to
room.
Casa
You can read it on the door. It's a bit damaged, Tim.
Yeah, there used to be some
letters.
stupid ass letters that I have that were here like when I was 4, and it's fucking old, okay.
It's a little bit old.
Good story. And,
So,
stuff.
back in your room. And there is your computer. What are you making?
Making stuff for my game.
For your game?
Yeah, I was.
Tell us more, tell us more.
Yeah, I was animating this deer here. It's animating. And it's for my Unity game, and I'm developing. It's a strategy game like Age of Empires, if you guys know it. And, this is just my testing ground where I test stuff. You can select guys and you can get stuff, and it's all a work in progress.
And you do it just for fun, or?
This is just for fun, but I got accepted into a game development college in Utrecht here in the Netherlands.
You're going to my hometown.
And
well,
I'm,
close to my hometown.
I'm gonna study close to his hometown, so he's very excited.
It makes it easier for us to watch movies at my home.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can also sleep there.
Very nice.
Did you know it?
Yeah. Well,
What is the movie that we're going to watch tonight?
What
What
is
is
the
the
movie?
plan actually?
Yeah. So we're gonna watch a movie with George Clooney. I forgot the name, I'm afraid, but it's a very nice movie. I think I've never seen it, and we're gonna have a little review on that. It's not very important, I think, but it's gonna be a fun night today, and I think you guys will enjoy it as well.
At least we will
Okay,
have
and I
fun.
need. By the way, I need to stop with that.
With the
because the wings, because I did that last time, and it's fucking disgusting. So. Well, yeah. Let's go.
Alright, the movie we just watched was from director Jodie Foster with Oscar winners, Academy Award winners, George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
Indeed.
It's the movie called Money Monster. And just a short story about this movie, where it is about. This movie is about the show Money Monster with host Lee Gates.
Lee Gates.
Lee Gates,
yeah.
played by George Clooney. And like the name of the show already says, it's all about the money. And there was a stockholder called, I forgot the name, we just finished the movie and I was
Kyle.
Kyle, yes,
Kyle,
Kyle.
but I forgot his last name.
He is a stockholder in the company Ibis, and he lost
He lost
all
about
his money.
60,000. It's not that much, but for him it was a lot.
It was like all his money. So he decided to take over the show and to hostage Lee Gates on live
Take him
TV.
hostage, indeed.
And yeah, that was basically what the movie is about. He was just taking over the show, and he was not saying, I want money. He said that a few times in the movie. I don't want the money, but I want an answer about the crash and that I lost
About
all
the
of my
company,
money.
yes.
So that was something. Yeah, normally they say, I want the money, and I'd say,
just
I want the answer. So that was very interesting. Yeah, my opinion about the movie, it started a bit not that good, because I mean the trailer looked really good in my opinion. And when you saw Kyle, not knowing that his name was Kyle, but you saw the guy and with his packages, and we just know he was the guy that was taking over, that was going to take over the show. but there was no music that made it exciting. It was a bit
Not really. No.
boring. We know what was going to happen, but it was not interesting at all. But later in the movie,
It got
there
motives
came more.
came into the movie.
Mm-hmm. It became way more interesting, way more thrilling.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So that made it way more interesting. But the first 20 minutes was not that interesting. But after that it was really good and exciting.
The first 20 minutes were actually a build up and a little backstory for the motives of the character, and it explained a sort of story about and about also about the motives of of Kyle, the one that took
If you guys, by the way,
the guy's hostage.
think why I am moving like this, there's a very annoying mosquito here in this room, so I don't want to
I'm
get
sorry about
hit.
that.
So yeah, that's why I was by my ear, by my arm, that you know it. But just a detail.
Back to the movie. What I think is what that is strong in this movie is that they took the concept of finances and internal business operating stock holding to a sort of level where you actually
you can make money or you just lose it all.
They really get back to the fucking mosquito. They come back to the principle of actual stock holding, and they illustrate it in this way where people actually come together to not actually do something to do something about a company that isn't ethical about its methods of production, not really production of
You just want to make fast money and so
about making fast
not
money
really
stuff.
legal.
It's about
they
fraud.
use the money of the customer and
one of the motives as well is fraud, and in stock holding with a guy that placed fraud in his company with $800 million, and it's about the motives here in this movie, and I think that's really strong. And they made it exciting as well because economics is not really that.
I know what you mean.
Important, not really important. It's not really that interesting if you watch it in a movie for like 2 hours. But they made it interesting, and that's what I find very cool how they did that. And with the music, with the camera work and all, they made it actually interesting. That's what I found there.
And the acting of George
Clooney.
Clooney.
George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
George Clooney at the beginning of his show with that dance and that singing, I didn't like at all. But after that, and I have to say Jodie Foster, Jodie Foster was the director. The director of the show in the movie, Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts played so good in this movie. She was absolutely phenomenal in this movie.
Other than that, the camera work is pretty good, and the music really helped the movie as well. I found that the beginning actually, not the setup of the story, but the beginning where they have this sort of intro about how economics and stocks work. I found that pretty good actually. Not
you have a little idea where it is.
where it's all about.
Before the Money Monster show started.
Yeah, indeed. That intro, it was all 3D and stuff, and it's like a sort of short introduction before the Money Monster show starts. It's I found that pretty strong. Yeah, I had a clear message. I found that nice.
Yeah, it was a
well made,
interesting movie.
Yeah, it was an interesting movie. I suggest you watch it yourself.
I suggest. Firstly, I'm going to make a quick cut. And we're back. My mother was shouting to me that we are going home, but I drive, so we have time enough now. I have the car keys. I want to go to the ratings, and then after that I want to go to another subject. Firstly, your rating for this movie?
My rating is a good 7.5, I think. 7.5, 8, something like that. Not too
And
high, not too low.
In wall or half stars, I mean 6, 7, 8, 9, not 7.5, but 7, 8.
7, I think 7, because it's
7.
not 8 is more memorable. I think it's just another movie, but it's not bad. It's not that good, but it's good enough, let's say. So
for me, it's a 7 as well. It's exciting, but it's a bit over the top.
it's cheesy sometimes.
But yeah, you're watching a Hollywood movie, and if they don't make it over the top, then who's going to watch it? Nobody. If it's too realistic, nobody cares at all about the movie. It must be a little over the top. And now I want to go to the subject, the realism of this movie. A couple of years ago, on Dutch television, the Leiderdorp Journal,
so
there was
a
a guy,
situation.
and there was really a hostage situation. I will search for the video where that all happened, and I will place the link down below in the description. Then you can watch it yourself. And the Leiderdorp Journal is the program on Dutch television where actually every day the most people watch to like 2 million people.
Something like this
And
actually happened.
There live in Holland only 70 million people, so 2 million people watching every day is really a lot. We don't have the American
American style of broadcasting.
Yes. It's not like that we have 34 million people watching, it's just 2 million here. But that is really a lot, because almost every day they are at #1 of most viewed programs of that day. And there was just a day, I believe in 2015, I'm not really sure about that, but there was a guy in the studio from the Leiderdorp Journal, and he had a gun, and he took over
a studio.
He took over the studio, and he was asking for some.
He wanted to say a message. He had a message.
Something.
But yeah, in this case, I think where somebody would walk over to Wall Street from a studio, yeah, it could happen. But I think that in the movie they were also broadcasting live. I don't think that would happen in real life. I think they would switch off the broadcast. Sorry, in a sort of way where the general public wouldn't see the whole broadcast, because that just doesn't happen.
And what I also found really curious in Money Monster was the security was. Are you okay? Okay.
Okay.
I just continue talking.
Okay.
The security was literally watching television and don't giving a shit about anything that happened. I mean, when the cow hijacked or make the hostage situation, they didn't even know it because they were watching, I don't know, the A-Team.
Yeah.
They were calling, and
That's
there's
the
a situation, just put it on screen, and
Yeah,
we have a hostage situation. So
Oops.
this was so bad. If you have that kind of security, just fire them all, because that's just bad. Yeah, I have some personal experience also to tell. Not that I had a hostage situation, but I worked for a short time for a television studio, and the security over there, all the employers had a we called it a tag to open the door, but without the tag you just had no access to the building at all. The thing was just standing outside in front of the door, and when you was just a visitor, then you had to ring the bell, and
it's not that easy.
And then they could see you through the window, and when they were like, I'm not letting you in, then the door stayed closed. So if you had a gun, then you can shoot the window, but then everybody knows there was something going on. So it was not easy to go into the building, and there were still, when the first door was open, then you had to go to another door. So it was absolutely not easy to come in that building. And to reach the studio of the news channel, it was at the other side of the building, no door close by. So if you can reach the studio, then you're an insider. Otherwise, it's absolutely impossible. So
on that point, it's not that realistic.
No, I don't find that really realistic. The security of the building I worked at was way higher. I will not say perfect, but good enough to hold the bad willing people outside.
Yeah. let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I guess we told you everything about Money Monster and a bit about the realism of the movie. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tim, again, thanks a lot.
Thank you
for this video.
Today.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And do you want to say something in the end?
Stay watching, and I hope to
subscribe, like, and whatever. Share it with friends, family, hated ones, loved ones.
Extra information is always in the links down below, and other than that,
in the description I will also add the link to the hijacking of the 8 o'clock journal on Dutch television.
It's a nice video.
It's nice. What?
It's exciting.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
It's interesting.
Okay.
Hey, see you
next
guys
time.
later, guys. See ya.